It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. It was arguably the biggest story of the previous offseason. In fact, I would say it is the biggest story of the previous offseason. Kevin Durant and his decision about whether or not to leave Oklahoma City. But here we are, more than a year later, and the dust has settled. Do you guys think it was the right move, Kenny?
Well, it seems clear now that he just wasn't on the same page as OKC, but I don't know if it was the best move because, Ernie, they were in the conference finals. But he's going to the team that was in the NBA finals. So if you look at that winning, good move for him.
Kenny, leave him alone. It's hard to fault KD for giving himself the best chance to win. Yeah, he took a lot of flack for leaving OKC, but so what? All I do is win, 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 no matter what, baby.
Hey,
good move, KD.
And leave Kenny alone. And now let's take it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off. Thanks for joining us.
Why are you always sticking up for Kenny and not me?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, the Warriors are one of the best offensive teams in the league, and Steve Kerr talks about his offensive philosophy often. He said, I believe unequivocally as a coach, and I believed it as a player, that the ball has to move. When the ball stops, the game stops. And I don't think you can win at the highest level by playing too much one-on-one. Kevin?
Thanks for that, DA. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. And a good-looking matchup in the backcourt tonight. Doris, you were somewhat of a pure point guard yourself in college basketball. Do you feel there's a lot less separation these days between the point guard and the off guard?
Well, we've talked about this on any number of occasions, Kevin, the positionless basketball that we seem to be trending toward. And certainly the one guard position in this day and age needs to be a scoring position. I think you've got to be a threat regardless of the position you play. So I would say, yes, it's accurate to a certain degree.
That means a lot coming from a person that played so well. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, in case anyone has forgotten, Steph Curry with a reminder of what ridiculous range he has. It's amazing how he's able to maintain technique even from that distance.
Now here's Towns. Gibson tips it back in.
Well, Taj Gibson has built his NBA game on his ability to rebound the basketball consistently. What a great nose for it he has.
Here's Curry. About a minute played so far here in the first. Pachulia with the screen on Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. the duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one drops. And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see 2 #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
And Pachulia drops them both.
I tell you, Kev, Pachulia, just one of those guys you love having on your team. He works incredibly hard, but plays with a real edge.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Wiggins. He dishes it to Towns. Over Pachulia. Another miss by Towns. Timberwolves on defense. It's a 3-point game. Here's Thompson. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed.
Well, Klay Thompson possesses great size at the 2-guard spot, and he can mix his game and find a way to score on the interior.
Took him no time at all on that one. Towns has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he's a guy that can adapt and adjust to any defense he's up against. It's really something to watch.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. And the 3 off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The dish to T. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. Pachulia against Towns. Another miss by Towns.
Well, they know not to leave him open from mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot.
It's the 3-point bomb. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's the shot we've all come to expect from Steph Curry. When he's on his game, he's capable of making threes at an historic rate.
Now here's Teague. To the paint, trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Count that bucket. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Green with a screen on Teague. Picked by Pachulia. Thompson from long range. That one misses. Wiggins with some nice D. Teague dishes to Towns. Excellent D there from Pachulia.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
And Curry has it in the corner. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 3. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Butler. Towns sets the pick for Butler. Over Thompson. No good off the front iron. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Kept alive. Pachulia lays it up off the glass.
So Pachulia just tireless on the boards, throws himself at the basket to get any rebound he can.
Towns the screen. T kicks to Towns. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Well, Towns does so many things on the floor, already an elite post scorer. But, Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're in proved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
Iguodala, the pass to Curry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, Steph Curry continues to put pressure on the defense, just getting to the line at will. Guys, think about the impact Steph Curry has had on the next generation of players, right? Kids all over are shooting three-point bombs and trying to handle the basketball like Steph Curry. He has changed the game at a generational level with his ability to score it.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, I'm sure there are a ton of young coaches out there having to explain why a pull-up 3 from 30 isn't a good idea most of the times. But then Curry's shooting ability has made that a common shot for him.
Right. His name is already on the top of most of the major three-point records in NBA history. But this guy has put a ton of time into his craft, and he's a once-in-a-generation type shooter.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Now here's Wiggins. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Warriors leading by 4. Left side Curry. They kick it out to Green. No good on the triple. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end the game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, when you watch Cat play out there, you can forget exactly how young he is. The poise and manner of a 10-year vet, and very aware of what is happening on the court.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago, 83% on his opportunities.
The free throw drops for Towns. And while Towns does play beyond his years, he is definitely young, to the point where he was actually younger than every member of both starting fives, Doris, in the national championship game last season in college basketball.
I think it's got to be a scary thought for the league that Cat is still years away from what should be his prime. It's rare to see a player so young have such great court awareness, and I think that's the thing that separates good players from great players.
Now here's Pachulia, and Thompson kicks to Green. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Green with a screen on Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Iguodala at his best. A terrific drive. Gets to the rim with ease.
T kicks to Towns. Wiggins with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Here's Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Thompson against Butler. Outside, Green. Thompson up top. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 4. Over to the wing. The 19-foot shot, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Thompson dishes to Pachulia. Lets it fly. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his second bucket.
Thompson's so quick to pull the trigger. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he is ready to fire.
Teague the pass to Wiggins. Over Iguodala. That one off the back iron and out.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And it's Thompson again missing. The Timberwolves shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Iguodala against Wiggins. The jump hook. Here's Towns. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the stripe.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. The free throw drops for Towns. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Here's Brooks. The Warriors making the shot. Towns, a screen on Bell. From deep, Brooks. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Warriors leading by 3. Livingston kicks to Young. It's good. Young's got his first 2 points. So it's Minnesota now. Brooks with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Muhammad kicks to Crawford. Zhang with the screen for Crawford. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
McGee is screen on Brooks. Livingston dishes to McGee. Back to Livingston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Crawford kicks to Bielitsa. Crawford outside. There's a screen. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Crawford's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Young with the ball. Now defended by Muhammad. Young passes to Bell. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Brooks outside. Crawford outside. Off the pick. That shot off. And Golden State will come the other way. McCaw kicks to Livingston. He feeds it to Bell. Screened by Young. Bell dishes to McGee. And the layup falls. And the Warriors lead by 6.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Crawford missing again. And here are the Warriors now. Here's McCaw. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. McCaw has got 5 points so far.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
There's the screen. Crawford outside. Softly drops in the floater. 6 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
59 seconds left to play in the first. And the rejection by Zhang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Zhang does on the defensive end.
Crawford sets the pick here for Brooks. And Belyitsa has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 6. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. The 8-footer. Rebound by Belyitsa. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
And here's Livingston. Kicks it to McGee. High arcing shot. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy, Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Livingston is out there with McCaw. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's West. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's West after the miss from Crawford. McCaw kicks it to West. Screen by Young. Pass to Livingston. The three. And Nick Young, the bucket on the assist by Livingston. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead. You look at the height of Sean Livingston, Doris, and how he is able to both score and facilitate for others. He is a coach's dream in that regard.
Well, Sean Livingston is a mismatch nightmare because with his size, he can shoot over most point guards in the post or in the mid-range. But then if you put a bigger player on him, he can create mismatches at other positions. He's a tough guard. I'll tell you, Gorgui Zhang is improving and becoming a value at the center spot with all that length. He challenges shots. He's got a nice face-up touch. There's a lot to like with this guy.
That free throw, good from Zhang. And with Zhang's length and touch, you feel comfortable playing him at either the 4 or the 5. And also versatile enough, Doris, to play as a starter or off the bench.
Right. It's hard to find a big man who does as much as Gorgui Zhang. He doesn't necessarily dominate in one area, but this guy always finds a way to contribute.
Both good from the line that time.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Livingston kicks to McCaw. Feeds it to West. The pass to McGee. Now here's Livingston. He's tightly guarded over Brooks. The shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Crawford kicks to Gibson. West with some nice D.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
McCaw, another three for Golden State.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything. Timberwolves trail by 10. Muhammad up top, defended by Young. Crawford outside. And Gibson kicks to Muhammad. That shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's McCaw. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Now here's Gibson. They set the pick. Back to Brooks. Timberwolves passing it around. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And the Warriors with some changes. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Young. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Patrick McCaw. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dan. Wiggins comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. Butler, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Teague in for Brooks. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Sean Livingston. Minnesota with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. Teague for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Iguodala outside. Outside, Green. Off target from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Teague. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
There's the pick. Green, the pass to Thompson. Butler with the steal. Dishes to Towns. Butler kicks to Wiggins. Gibson the screen. 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For all the great things that Andrew Wiggins does on the floor, he is still working to solidify his defensive game. Never easy, Doris, for a young player in the NBA. And it's something that he knows he can improve upon.
Well, and I think the important piece is Andrew Wiggins is invested in becoming a better defender. And most pure scorers think they can get away with playing average at best defense. Wiggins wants to be known as a complete player.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
Well, getting to the line at will nowadays. Wiggins wanting to improve his free throw percentage.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Doors, we've talked about the evolution of the specialist, the pure 3-and-D guy, for example, who in that category are some of the best in your opinion.
Well, I'm so happy that Klay Thompson has evolved from a guy who believed coming into the NBA that he would strictly be a 3-and-D guy to a much more versatile scorer. But in today's iteration, I would have to say Danny Green won a championship for the San Antonio Spurs, doing nothing but absorbing the biggest threat on the offensive end for the opponent and then being able to make huge threes at timely opportunities. Patrick Beverley, another guy grinding it out, increasingly making shots, and of course tenacious on-ball defender.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Klay Thompson. Higgins outside. The feed now to Butler. Towns a screen on Green. Butler with the ball. Now Green defending. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
Well, so the in-between area, early in Jimmy's career, that was his bread and butter when he couldn't get to the hoop.
Curry outside. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. From deep, Green, rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
What a quick read by Towns, always keeping his head up.
The Warriors shooting the ball at 42%. Curry dishes to West. Back to Curry. Picked by West. Curry against T. The shot by Curry, no good.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Towns, the screen. Butler kicks to Towns. From 13, another miss by Towns. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've led by as much as 10. And stolen by Butler. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And it's sent back by West. Green, the pass to Curry. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Back to West. West setting the pick for Curry. Over in the corner, Green. They get it again.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Thompson against Butler. 13 feet away. Butler missing again.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
And the Warriors miss again.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
It's stolen by Green. He kicks to Thompson. Curry dishes to Thompson, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Well, that's an example of 2 teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Teague. Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Curry. To end the drought. Curry with another miss.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Now here's Teague. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And Towns gets it to go.
On the catch and shoot, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Green, the screen. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Thompson's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. And at this point, everyone knows just how deadly this Warriors offense can be. So many weapons and all the stars that can just take over a game doors. It really is a matter of pick your poison.
Well, to me, Kev, it's arguably one of the best offenses the NBA has ever seen. Statistically, they have put up numbers on par with any other great team in history. The threes are the sizzle, but to measure this team strictly in that category would be a disservice.
The Warriors have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good.
And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins, here's Green, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Green. Towns the screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And that one, good. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead. And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another Player of the Year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And he's good on the second. Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open 3.
Outside Curry. From the wing, takes a big height bounce and goes in. Curry's got 12.
Boy, the ability to pull the trigger so quickly. Steph Curry doesn't even appear to set himself. If it's a clean catch, he's getting that shot off.
Now here's Crawford. 8 points for him. And Bielitsa kicks to Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Zhang a screen. That 3 off the mark. Here's Golden State now. They're on an 11-3 run. They set the pick. Pick by Pachulia. A 3 ball. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Crawford. from the arc. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
Picturesque Lake Merritt, the scene there as we welcome you back to Oakland. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Warriors leading by 9. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Towns in at the center, filling out the middle. Teague the pass to Towns. Back to Teague. Towns the screen. Lets a floater go. Teague can't hit.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Now, here's Thompson. Green, the screen. Thompson with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Clock at 4. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. Doris, some players, no matter how hard they try, can't make free throws in games. You spent a lot of your playing time at the line, playing guard for Providence. Why do you think this mental block is there for some players?
It's amazing the power of the mind relative to sports performance, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Because I do believe very often this can be much more about the mental than the physical side of it. Think back to Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, guys who are physically massive, and they say the size of their hand impacts their ability to shoot it. But to me, there is no question about it that sometimes it's just you're afraid. It's like the yips in golf. You just can't figure it out. And it becomes a scary place to be, standing alone on the free throw line.
Good comparison.
Well, there's no doubt that last season the major downfall in most games for the Timberwolves was their struggle on the defensive end of the floor, right? Too many holes in the perimeter, couldn't get stops when they needed them.
Iguodala dishes to Curry. Down low, Green. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
One shot, find the lanes.
And that one misses.
You just admire Draymond Green for so many things. This guy is a talkative, passionate guy who certainly fires up the group around him.
There's a screen. Towns a screen on Green. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Thompson. And this Minnesota roster has good defenders on it, Doris, but it's just a matter of getting all 5 players on the court to commit on the defensive end.
Right. Think about how young they have been, and focus at times can be an issue. You know, Coach Tom Thibodeau is not going to let that slip. This is a group that showed improvement as the season wore on, and they know they must be much better on the defensive end this season.
Butler with the ball. Now Green defending. Towns a screen on Curry. Outside Teague. 6 to shoot. Towns down low, guarded by Green.
Boy, searching for some rhythm here at the start of the second half. That's their 3rd straight miss.
Curry against Teague. Here's Thompson, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got 8.
Well, I'll tell you, Steph Curry almost as accurate as a passer as he is as a shooter, and that's saying something, Kevin.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
And the Warriors making a change here. McGee's checked in. Now here's Teague. He dishes it to Wiggins. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. To the right side. Outside Teague. Launches it. And it's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, "I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times." Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Now here's Teague. Back to Wiggins. It's stolen by Green. From deep. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Here's Towns. 19 points in the game. Wiggins kicks to Towns. Towns is doubled. Towns the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 17 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Teague kicks to Towns. The dish to Wiggins. It's stolen by Green. Thompson outside. Green with a screen for Thompson. Back to Green. Shoots over Towns. And it's Green missing. Timberwolves trail by 16. Wiggins kicks to Teague. Back to Wiggins. To end the run. The second chance effort. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Boy, it's fun to watch the growth of Andrew Wiggins over just a few years in the NBA, right? He can score from multiple spots. He continues to refine that offensive game.
Nick Young's checked in for Andre Iguodala.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Wiggins. Warriors leading by 13. Curry passes to Green. There's the pick. Back to Curry. Passes it to Thompson. Over Teague. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 15 here tonight. And with Wiggins, the clear development doors in his game has come from how versatile he is at scoring, good off the dribble or on the catch and shoot.
Well, and think about it, Kev. For Andrew, that's only going to get better with age. He continues to strengthen his footwork. There's a little bit of DeMar DeRozan and Kobe in terms of his ability in the mid-range.
McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson.
One shot, gentlemen.
Well, you look back in the last 3 seasons of the Golden State Warriors, just an incredible run and record in every season. Some, in fact, Doris, are the best basketball the NBA has ever seen.
I think, Kev, we're going to look back at these Warriors teams and feel like we're lucky to have been able to see it live. How about 67, 73, and 67 wins the last 3 years? They have been the team to beat in all of those seasons. Such a special run.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Now here's Towns. He's got 22. Great D that time from Green. Wiggins against Young. He feeds it to McGee. Green dishes to McGee. McGee a screen. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Minnesota with the rebound. Gibson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Teague has it in the corner. Towns the screen. Butler kicks to Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 24 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and that's just Butler staying alert, right? He keeps his eyes up. He's willing to make the extra pass. This guy understands the game.
Shot's good from Young. Timberwolves trail by 12. Outside Butler. Here's Wiggins. Sinks the 15-footer. Wiggins has got 7 points.
Oh, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with the terrific mid-range game.
Curry kicks to Green. Curry setting the pick for Green. Young from outside. That shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Outside Teague. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Towns with it. Now Green defending. Another miss by Towns. Warriors leading by 10. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Timberwolves shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Towns down low, working on Green. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 26.
I'd say that's good defense, just better offense, and not many people can match up with Karl Anthony Towns.
And McGee kicks to Curry. McGee is screen on Teague. Here's Curry with the 3. Great D that time from Teague. Timberwolves trail by 11. Kicks to Towns. They get a hand on it. Nick Young on the wing, covered by Wiggins. Over Wiggins. Young's shot is off. Minnesota shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Teague the pass to Towns. Teague kicks to Gibson. Towns a screen on Green. Here's Wiggins. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Warriors leading by 11. Pass to Green. Feeds it to McGee. And Young kicks to Green. Shot clock at 5. Here we go, all alone. It's Butler that time on the assist by Towns. Butler's got 6.
I'll tell you, you better protect the basketball around Jimmy Butler. The anticipation skills, he'll pick it clean from you.
Guard it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Of course, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course, I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Muhammad, no luck. Warriors leading by 12. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Inside. Thompson with the bucket. He's got 13.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Zhang, a screen. Crawford outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Now here's Curry. He's got 23. And McGee kicks to Thompson. McGee a screen. Curry. Here's Pachulia. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Pachulia's got 6.
Well, these interior looks are important for Zaza Pachulia, right? He's showing he's not just a defensive presence, but an offensive threat as well.
Now here's Teague. Can they get it? And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Down low, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Outside Teague. Muhammad dishes to Zhang. With 2 seconds left. Excellent D there from Pachulia. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens, communicate, give me everything you've got defensively.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Thompson at the 2 with Iguodala playing the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Pachulia, and it's Livingston in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Iguodala from 13, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Iguodala. And that's 15 points for Klay Thompson. Now Teague. They set the pick. Jang a screen. There's Crawford with the three. Warriors with the rebound. McGee's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Iguodala. Muhammad grabs the board.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Jang with the ball. And the pass to Crawford. 5 to shoot. Crawford with another miss.
Oh, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
From deep, Iguodala. Minnesota with the rebound. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Kicks it out to Crawford. Jang with the screen for Crawford. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
You know, with the influx of talent that the Wolves have had the last handful of years, they feel a pressure to win. Fans are wondering when all that talent will mature. Expectations are being raised for this group.
Bell is checked in for the Warriors. And a change for the Timberwolves.
One shot, gentlemen.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And the Timberwolves, Doris, with the longest playoff drought in the league.
Well, and Kevin, I think you have seen tremendous growth with this team the last few years. But remember, they're in the unforgiving Western Conference. I think they believe the infusion of veteran talent gives them an opportunity to make the leap and get to the postseason.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Teague, the pass to Crawford. Wiggins outside. Back to Crawford. They get the rebound. Elitsa. Good D by Bell. Warriors leading by 12. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
Now here's Livingston. Picked by Pachulia. Thompson from long range. Poked away. The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Teague kicks to Crawford. Dishes it to Wiggins. Jang with the screen for Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Iguodala kicks to Thompson over Crawford. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Timberwolves trail by 12. Wiggins dishes to Teague. There's the pick. Crawford passes to Wiggins over Iguodala. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Great focus by Wiggins in the face of some pretty good defense.
On the wing, Thompson. And there's the feed to Pachulia. Back to Thompson. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in.
One shot, behind the lanes.
Thompson no good on the free throw. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
Now, here's Teague after the miss from Klay Thompson. Pass to Crawford. Outside Teague. This one for three. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. On the wing, Iguodala. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Thompson against Crawford. He kicks it to Wiggins. Over Iguodala, and Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Crawford. Wiggins has got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. He dishes it to West. Over Crawford. With the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Minnesota calls timeout. And Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Thibs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for West. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Thanks, David.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
Now here's Teague. Inside, stolen by Thompson. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 6th assist on the night.
Boy, and when Klay Thompson gets cooking, it is really fun to watch. Remember, this guy set the record for most points in a quarter. Put a hearty 37 on the defense.
Here's Towns. There's the dish to Wiggins to halt the run, and he sinks the layup.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Thompson dishes to Curry. Green with a screen on Butler. Picked by Pachulia. Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Teague the pass to Wiggins. He feeds it to Butler. Towns sets the pick for Butler. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Well, that's the level of tenacity that Jimmy Butler brings to the game. Finishes through contact as well as anyone, maybe short of LeBron James.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Passes to Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
The aggressive finish inside. Andrew Wiggins beat some very good defense.
Now here's Curry. Green with a screen on Teague. They set the pick. Pick by Pachulia. Up top, Curry. Teague covering. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Thompson. And the shot is long. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Teague kicks to Butler. Pass to Wiggins. Towns a screen on Green. Here's Wiggins. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Iguodala. That shot off the mark. And Minnesota now the other way. Teague kicks to Gibson. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. With some arc, and it's denied.
Well, once again, Pachulia turning the shooter away, uses his length so well.
Clock at 6. Towns the screen. Here's Teague.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond, Greg, has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Timberwolves trail by 17. Teague dishes to Wiggins. Kicks to Butler. Gibson with the screen on Thompson. Elbow shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Curry with it. Picked up by Teague. Pachulia with the screen on Teague. Green kicks to Pachulia. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
Jang, he's checked in for Towns. The free throw drops for Pachulia. Well, with Taj Gibson on the court, you know you're going to get great energy and intensity, and you're going to get it at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, there's no question. The fervor that Gibson plays with on the defensive end, to me, rubs off on his teammates. He never takes a play off. He works endlessly to make life tough for his assignment. This guy is underrated as a defensive force in the NBA.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Picked by Pachulia. Curry against T. Feeds it to Green. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Butler. Timberwolves trailed by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Wiggins outside. Lets the three fly. They get it back. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Taj Gibson is a pro's pro. The rugged power forward is known for his consistency. You can count on this guy game in and game out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Gibson. And both free throws good from Gibson. And here are the Warriors now. And here is Curry. Here's the screen. Outside, Green. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And you know, looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steph Curry.
Boy, what a tremendous display of offensive firepower. It mattered not the size, the type of defender they put on him. He made easy work of it.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. McCaw, the pass to Livingston. They set the screen. Off the pick. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, easy call.
And he knocks down the first one.
And how about last season, Steve Kerr becoming the fastest coach in NBA history to reach the 200-win plateau? This guy has had nothing but success in his first run and already considered one of the elite coaches in the league.
Livingston hits both of them. And Doris, for Kerr to get win number 200, the team only needed 238 games played. For those wondering, that is an insane 84% winning percentage.
Wow. Yeah, Kev, you look at all the coaches in any sport, and none of them comes close to that career winning percentage. And for all his success, the guy remains humble and does nothing but give credit to the players. This guy deserves recognition for an incredible record.
And Muhammad kicks to Crawford. And the pass to Jang. Back to Crawford. Jang with the screen for Crawford. Crawford missing again. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you played tonight?
I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.